Every now and again you hear about someone who faces trial after trial, and yet still somehow manages to hold their head high, maintain a certain sense of positivity, and remain resolute in their belief that there is a purpose behind the many challenges they face. Danielle Spencer, the actress who played smart-alecky Dee Thomas on the classic TV sitcom What's Happening, is one of those people. When What's Happening debuted as a summer replacement series in 1976, I personally knew that it was going to be a hit because the three main characters, Raj, Dwayne, and Rerun, were on the cover of Dynamite magazine. Back then, that's how I gauged whether or not a show was going to be popular. I was also a big fan of the young actress who played Raj's tattletale little sister, Dee, Danielle Spencer. Her delivery of her lines belied her years, and because of that made the scenes that she was in some of the best and funniest on the show. Sadly, these days, if you do a search on YouTube using Danielle's name, you end up seeing a bunch of crazy video thumbnails that are at the very least incredibly misleading, and in many cases, complete falsehoods. Yep, just to get you to click on their video, these folks would have you believe that Danielle has either died or is darn close to death's door. Folks, I've got two messages for you today. The first one is, please don't click on those videos. The more you click, the more often you'll see videos like that on YouTube. And the second thing is that while Danielle has definitely had her fair share of health challenges, from everything that I can tell, it seems like she's doing alright health-wise. So this health update, my friends, is one with good news. However, like I said, Danielle has definitely faced her fair share of trials over the years. The first of them came while she was still filming What's Happening. You see, while that show was on hiatus, she was in a very serious car accident with her stepfather. So serious, in fact, that it took his life and put Danielle in a medically induced coma for weeks. When she awoke, she had no recollection of the experience. Her recovery was extremely slow. However, because all this did happen between the filming of seasons, Danielle was able to return to work when What's Happening resumed production. And because of that, TV viewers were none the wiser to the traumatic ordeal that Danielle had been through. What's Happening ran for 3 seasons before being canceled by ABC. After the show ended, Danielle traveled with her mother and more or less resumed a relatively normal life. You know, she finished up high school and began navigating the choppy waters of college life. Sadly, that accident wasn't the last of Danielle's health challenges. But before I get into those, I'd like to thank ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's video. You know, there are a lot of really shady people out there who are up to no darn good. And ExpressVPN protects you from nefarious hackers and other ne'er-do-wells who want nothing more than to steal your private information. Every time you connect to an unencrypted Wi-Fi network at an airport, a hotel, coffee shops, or even at home, you are at risk. But ExpressVPN is here to help. It's easy to use. You can fire up the app or the program and connect to your own virtual private network with just one click. CNET has rated them highly, and you know what? So do I. To get ExpressVPN, just click on the link in the description section of this video and you will get your first 3 months for free. Yep, you can keep your data private and save money at the same time. That is a deal that even Detective Columbo would approve of. Alright, now back to Danielle. In 1985, What's Happening Now premiered as a first-run syndicated program that would run for another 3 seasons. While making recurring appearances on the new show, Danielle wasn't on every week. That's because she was still in school, pursuing her dream of becoming a veterinarian. In 2001, during a segment on the Today Show which reunited the What's Happening cast, Danielle talked about her career as a caregiver to animals. It was also very evident during that appearance just how close these 4 actors were. Yep, even after years apart, they were all so comfortable with each other, almost like family. Especially these 3. Although their entertainment careers had reached a logical conclusion and they had all journeyed down different unique paths, it's clear that these 3 are close and that they really care about each other. In 2004, after experiencing balance and chronic pain issues, Danielle was diagnosed with spinal stenosis due to the injuries that she had received all those years ago, in that horrible car accident of her youth. And if that wasn't enough, in 2014, Danielle was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy. Again, Danielle faced the ordeal with a tenacious spirit and a willingness to try and search for meaning behind the challenges that life was throwing her way. I've got to say, as always, this woman is deeply inspiring. And if only I could say that her triumphant battle with cancer was the end of the story, but it is not. That darn car accident, it keeps rearing its ugly head. In 2018, Danielle underwent emergency brain surgery. I'm not really sure what a bleeding hematoma is. That's what the doctors say they had to fix during her most recent surgery. Recovery, as you might expect, has been tough and slow. You would think at some point along the way, Danielle might just start questioning why all of these challenges were being thrown her way. And yet, we know that is not how Dr. Danielle Spencer thinks. During an interview on the Oprah Winfrey Network after her double mastectomy, Danielle said that these experiences, while difficult, had given her a strength that, quite simply, she did not know that she had. And I guess that is why crap like this is just so irritating to see. Danielle has been through enough. She doesn't need people making up stories about her just to get clicks. You know, most people don't like clickbait, but truthfully, I don't mind that. What I do mind, though, is trickbait. Video thumbnails and titles that are clearly meant to deceive. But enough about that. I hope this health update has put many minds at ease. Yep, life goes on and it isn't always easy for any of us. But from all of my research, using legitimate news articles and interviews as a resource, it seems like the good doctor is doing all right at the moment. One more picture. Let's do one with the whole gang together. It really was a tremendously fun show to watch. Anyway, please share your memories in the comments section. And while you're at it, I'd love a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and found it informative. And I'd be honored if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about music, movies, mostly TV from decades gone by. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.